Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. TA, it's all yours.
Blazers coach Terry Stotts had previous head coaching stints in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but it was as an assistant coach in Dallas, where he helped win the 2011 title, that he rejuvenated his career. Stotts wasn't sure he'd get another coaching opportunity, but after that, he said the stars aligned. Kevin, he's now in year 8 as head coach in Portland.
The players love him. Thank you, David. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And looking at the Grizzlies matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Whiteside in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Bulls, Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Otto Porter Jr. out there with D, and it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And last season for the Blazers, all about bouncing back from their embarrassing first-round sweep at the hands of the Pelicans.
Well, that was definitely a motivator, and I think they put that to bed. Wanted to focus on being the best team that they could be towards the end of last season, and that Nurkic injury really took some wind out of their sails, but they continued to compete and still made noise in the postseason.
And here we go with Anthony running it up the court, lays it up off the glass.
Can't take Melo for granted on defense, that time with the active hands to help come away with the steal.
Satoransky with it. Lillard picks him up. The shot by Satoransky, no good. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. 4-point game. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. Here's Anthony. Here's Whiteside. Nice touch on the shot from close range.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
Here's Chicago. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
And Hassan Whiteside, the kind of player that you love when he's engaged, but Brent, equally frustrating when he's not.
You wonder about the role that he's played, and with Miami taking a bunch of different turns in terms of their roster, where he fit in. Now Portland taking a shot at bringing Whiteside to the Northwest, having him possibly come off the bench and play some minutes to stabilize the second unit. It's going to be an interesting year the way he approaches this one mentally.
Carter finds Levine to stop the run. That shot's good from D.
And watching Che, you can see that he is starting to put in the extra work at the gym. It takes a lot of reps to make it in the NBA, and the results are starting to show.
Well, you said it. It isn't just the skill improvement. Extra workouts go a long way in building camaraderie with the rest of your team. All those things are right in there. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day, so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what it's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Levine against McCollum. D, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. He's got 5 points so far. That's a 2 from Lillard. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. He wanted to shoot that ball, but you see your teammate wide open. Be a good teammate. Make the delivery.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. McCollum outside. Lillard scanning the floor. It's tipped, and they're able to recover. The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. The Trailblazers have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer.
He lobs it up, got a piece of it, and stolen by Whiteside. Here's McCollum. Whiteside trying to break free, and the basket by McCollum.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Satoransky against Lillard. The pass to Carter. Shot clock at 6. Here's D. That's tipped, taken away by Anthony. Moving it up. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Lillard against Satoransky. Passes it to D. And stolen by Ariza. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Ariza's got his second basket of the game.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
And so here's Portland. They have a 9-point lead and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
Porter passes to D. A second chance effort, and the bucket is good from Carter and deep.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Lillard against Satoransky. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Back to McCollum over Levine. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
To the inside. And the jam by Levine.
And the vertical that Levine has really gives him an advantage when he's able to hit that launching pad.
Lillard fires away from way outside and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, D.
They say defense wins championships. Well, it also wins awards, and his defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hockey. You have to give it up to this man.
And a bit of a first for Che as he was named Player of the Week for the past week. Great performances from him.
And Kevin, how could they not name him Player of the Week with the way he played over the last few games? Fantastic production from him, and glad he got the award.
Lillard misses.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Levine against McCollum. Pulls it up. Carter pulls it in. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against the Hornets. Here's D. Lillard against Satoransky. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Well, we like to keep you up to date on the fresh talent in the league, so let's check in on the rookie block leaders. Angelo Gadee, fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks.
Well, he has clearly established himself as the premier rim protector in this year's rookie class. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
Lillard with it. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Satoransky. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Satoransky.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Kev. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
So for the Bulls, Markkanen, he's checked in for Carter. Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's White for Satoransky. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, three prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard.
Here's Satoransky. Outside for Murray. Now Satoransky. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte. Taken away by Anthony. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. On the floor for Portland, Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Trailblazers trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Nurkic gets it to go.
Well, the defense did a fine job there. Just not good enough. Nurkic, too skilled.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for Chicago. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
Pass to Anthony with the fadeaway. The shot, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. D passes to Satoransky. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Murray for 3. It's hauled in by Trent. Trailblazers trail by 8. McCollum outside. There's the 3. But they recover it. Anthony. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And there's the pass to D. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. And that's 15 points for D.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Trent. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Ariza passes to Nurkic. Just 5 to shoot. It's blocked. Pass to D. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the Cavaliers.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Satoransky gets the bucket. And now it's a 12-point Chicago lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Fader on the way. Anthony's shot is off.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's White missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
McCollum against Satoransky. McCollum gets to Ariza. Portland again missing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Trailblazers trail by 15. Now here's McCollum. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Whiteside's checked in.
Think about great perimeter shooters, and C.J., not only just statistically, but stylistically, Kevin, his name comes up. He can heat up and get this team going offensively.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Goes back up. It's hauled in by Trent. Trailblazers trail by 15. McCollum outside. Pass to Whiteside. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Well, when you have a guy with that kind of size and the skills that come along with it, Whiteside, an excellent option on the interior.
Pass to D. It's deflected and stolen by Ariza. Out to the wing. Here's Trent. And a miss there on the triple.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Anthony against Levine. Up again. Carter controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bulls lead by 15.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Cullen passes to Ariza. The dish to Whiteside. Over Carter. Whiteside, no good. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 15-6 run. Now the pass to D. It's stolen by Anthony. Here's D. Tries again. Poked loose. The second effort. And Carter lays it up and in. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's McCollum. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Carter.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's McCollum. The rebound by D.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The shot by Satoransky, no good.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Levine kicks to Porter. And Carter now, top of the key. Passes to Satoransky. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
McCollum outside, trying to get something going. Rebound by the Bulls. D's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Anthony leading the charge.
Good timing on the fast break. We don't talk about that enough. Melo coming into the play and then finishing it off.
Inside, Levine, and Levine throws it down.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Carter against Whiteside. Kicks it to McCollum. He scores for only his third time tonight. Now 3 for 10, taking a climb out of the hole.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
D covered by Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw good from D. Young's checked in for the Bulls. Both free throws good from D.
And they struggled a bit at the line in the first quarter, but they have been terrific in the second, up to almost 85% overall.
Lillard, right side, fires the 3. Rebounded by D. D's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And he gets the bucket. And it's 9 points for Zach LaVine.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Step back shot. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound in this one. Looking to end his cold spell, and Lillard with a nice bucket inside. Lillard's got 8.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
Outside, LaVine. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Porter against Hood. Porter passes to D. And that one is good. D's got 23.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here is Lillard. And so it's Chicago in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. A double-double for you, Che, at the half. You know they're going to try and stop you the second half. How do you adjust?
Hey, the key for me is to keep a high level of activity. Always look for, an open opportunity to make a play. When I help a team in more ways than just scoring, it's a huge, boost for us.
Certainly makes you harder to guard as well. Thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Bulls 5 right now. LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. G out there with Wendell Carter. And it's Satoransky in at the point guard. Ariza against Porter. Pass to Satoransky. Now LaVine. From the high post. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Carter. Carter's got 8.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And that one drops for him. And that's now 10 points for Damian Lillard.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Satoransky the pass to D. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Anthony.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
No good on that one. Brett, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, you spent many seasons watching him very closely. From year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well played. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Scoring has always been Lillard's strength, but last season a career high in assists. And you wonder how much a healthy Nurkic is going to help propel this team, as they've equipped themselves with some interesting players at the wing position to try to take another step forward in the Western Conference.
The first free throw is good. And watching film is becoming an obsession for Damian Lillard.
Well, that's a great way to learn, visually sitting down and not only looking at your opponents, but where it is maybe where you can take advantage and stay in your zone. Lillard committed to the game and committed to improving.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Anthony's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the paint, it's stolen by Anthony. He dishes it to Whiteside. Got a piece of it. Second shot opportunity. They shoot again. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Whiteside's got 9.
Yeah, it's 7'1", and with the type of length that Whiteside has in terms of his vertical reach, so hard to stop on the inside.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Ariza goes in. It's deflected. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Chicago. Down low. The shot's good from D. D's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard against Satoransky. It's Ariza on the wing. 6 to shoot. Floats one up. Here's Whiteside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Whiteside at his size is a super tough cover for the defense, which is why they resort to fouling.
And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled.
When a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. Murray's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Caleb Swanigan's checked in for Whiteside. Hezonja comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. Little, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Simons in for McCollum. White dishes to Murray. Pass to D. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 34 points for D.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Here's Swanigan. He kicks to Lillard. All alone. The rebound by D. D's got his 16th rebound on the night. Bulls moving the ball around. Murray outside. Outside, White. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Lillard up top, White covering, and they get it in deep. Lillard drops it in. Lillard's got 27 points.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Back to White, and stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Hezonja. It's not going to go for him. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And the pass to Murray. To the middle. D. Hezonja defending. No good from D.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for D.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Murray outside. Back to White. Passes it to Valentine. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them, complete control.
But they'll get another chance.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
No good from D. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They
That's going to do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Ohm, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal.
Hey, Kenny here. You were incredible. Season high in points, validating everyone who insisted you could make it into the NBA, even after the questions that were raised heading into the draft.
I appreciate it, Kenny, man. Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time comparing games because each one's different. Different opponent, different strategy going in. I did feel good tonight, though, man. And credit to my teammates for hitting me on the ball when I could do something with it, you know? Without their efforts, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you now, Kenny.
And that's going to do it for tonight. For Kenny, for Shaq, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he is, says Ernie Johnson, saying good night. We'll see you again soon.
Yo, Che, what's up? I want you to meet Chris. All right, he trains a lot of our guys in the offseason.
Oh, I know Chris, man. I follow you on Instagram. What's up?
Big fan of your game, Che.
For real?
Yeah, gotta respect someone that stands up for what's right.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
So look, if you ever want to get in the gym, just hit me up. We can get to work.
For sure.
We got a lot of trust in Chris, all right? Use him. He's a good resource.
Will do, man. I'll take you up on that.
Appreciate the trust, Coach.
All right, guys.
Player of the Week is a pretty big deal. What are your thoughts on outplaying the entire NBA for a week?
This is pretty much a team award to me. You know, everyone did their jobs, and I just happened to shine. But it could be any of us. So shouts out to my guys, man. Without them, I'm not putting up any of these numbers.
You guys were firing in all cylinders tonight. I was wondering if you could talk about your defense. How were you able to stop those guys from getting all those shots that they wanted?
Had a dope game plan from the coaching staff. You know, they showed us some stuff they like to do, what our coverages should be to counteract that, and we went out there and executed. Simple as that. Simple.
Can I grab you for a second, Che?
Yeah, what's up?
You set a new career high in points scored tonight. Don't you think you deserve a bigger role on the team?
I'm happy to take on whatever role coach asks of me. If he wants me to score more, I can do that. If he wants me to facilitate, I can do that too. My job is to be ready at all times.
Good stuff. Anything else?
You trying to set me up, Vin? Seems like it.
Che, I would never. Unless you feel like giving me a real soundbite.
Nah, not at all, man. I'll catch you later, all right?
All right.